Kevin, and sister Keisha. Number 9, Jude Roosh. Jude is escorted by his parents, Bob and Jessica Roosh. Number 10, JJ Rader. JJ is being escorted by his parents, Jason and Allison Rader. Number 12, Cooper Bauer. Cooper is being escorted by his aunt and uncle, Bud and Linda Bauer. Number 15, Grayson Dunges. Grayson is being escorted by his mother Carmen, father Matthew, and his sister Allison. Number 21, Neche Awuzie. Neche is being escorted by parent Jane Awuzie. Number 22, Liam Spang. Liam is being escorted by his parents, Greg and Amy Spang, his brother Luke, and his sister Carly. Number 24, Caleb Corsa. Caleb is being escorted by his parents, Aaron and Justin Corsa, and his brother Sebi. Number 28, Michael Luke. Mikey is being escorted by his parents, Mark and Christy. Number 40, Dominic Martrich. Dominic is being escorted by his father, Dale Jr., mom Shannon Benziano, and his brother Giovanni Martrich. Number 53, Logan Chrisman. Logan is being escorted by his parents, Matthew and Kelly Chrisman, and his sister Lauren. Number 54, Julian Diaz. Julian is being escorted by his dad, Mr. Felix, mother Lieutenant Colonel Devon, and sisters Jocelyn and Jalissa Diaz. Number 57, Matthew Dorsey. Matthew is being escorted by his parents, Sean and Bryn Marie Dorsey. Number 60, Juan Bermudez Delgado. Juan is being escorted by his mother, Erica, and Jara. Number 61, Stephen Desmet. Stephen is being escorted by his parents, Steve and Laura, and his sister, Carly. Number 77, James Tyler. James is being escorted by his parents, Jennifer and John Tyler, his sister Susanna, and brother Henry. The Parkland football program would also like to acknowledge and thank the following senior students for their contributions to the team. Abby Barash has served as a student video manager for 1 season, escorted by parents Troy and Alyssa and brother Jake. Sage Rivera has served as a student manager for 2 seasons, escorted by their parents Marisol and Abel Rivera. Lauren Chrisman has served as student video manager for 3 seasons, escorted by parents Kelly and Matthew Chrisman, and once again, brother number 53, Logan Chrisman. Now for our cheer seniors. Addie Burry is being escorted by her mother, Melissa Burry, sister Emma, half-brother Henry, stepmother Jocelyn Keck, Laura Carnero is escorted by her mother, Maribel Garcia, her father Guillermo Carnero. Brayden Cortez is escorted by his parents, Roberto and Lucha Cortez, and his sisters Violet and Emma Lily. Jalen Morrison is escorted by her mother, Jennifer Morrison, and her brother, Jason. Addison Moser is escorted by her mother, Lisa, her sister, Emma, and her brother, Kyle. Kiara Myers is escorted by her parents, Jeremy and Alyssa Myers, and her sister, Juliana. Amelia Seibel is escorted by her parents, Jason and Melissa Seibel, and her brother, Liam. Taylor Tamando is escorted by her parents, Keith and Wendy Tamando, and her brother, Zach. And Adeline Vasallo is escorted by her parents, Sam and Heather Vasallo, and her sister, Michaela. Let's hear it, ladies and gentlemen, for the senior cheer team.
to the field from Emmaus, Pennsylvania, the Emmaus Green Hornet High School Marching Band. Musical selections include Ghost Train by Eric Whitaker. Instructional staff includes Director of Bands, Spencer Copenall, Assistant Band Director, Jeff Schreck, Show Designer and Program Coordinator, Mike Notchmead, Music Arranger, Rick Wygant, Percussion Arranger, Dr. Tyler Wales, Brass Technician, Donald Hughes, Woodwind Technician, Ariel Schultz, Color Guard Director, Amanda Martin, Color Guard Technician, Ariel Fayed, and Percussion Technicians, Jill Seitz and Kate Hartney. Presenting their 2025 program, the Emmaus Express Drum Major, Mason Bunner, is your band ready? You may now take the field for our pregame enjoyment.
The sun rose slowly over the barren horizon. It had been months since the first rail was laid, and the workers stood at the edge of the known world, preparing to push the tracks further into the unexplored western expanse.
Hello, David.
The Emmaus Express was a vision, a train that would one day travel across mountains and unite states. The sharp clang of hammers and the screech of metal grinding against metal filling the air. The hardest task lay before them, constructing the tracks across the rugged, untamed wilderness of the West. The days were grueling, laying the track toward the expanse. The Emmaus Express is headed westward to the expanse. All aboard. The next few days were grueling. It was a race to finish the track's construction. The air was thick with the scent of oil and sweat. The sharp clang of hammers and the screech of metal grinding against metal. The tracks began to stretch once again toward the west. Laying the new track would bypass the canyon and keep them on their path toward the expanse. Some journeys don't have a destination. They're about what's discovered along the way. The tracks you lay, the land you cross. This is the beginning, not the end. It's not just a railroad, it's a journey. Something beyond the horizon. The western expanse is within our grasp. The journey continued westward.
Alright, and I'm sorry to interrupt the Emmaus marching band, but we do want to get started. Me and Juliana, we got a little head start this week in terms of football and thinking about football and thinking about this game. We had a special visitor, of a local legend, Keith Grower from the Morning Call. If you don't know him, he works for the Morning Call. He is a local sports journalist. He covers basketball, football, I'm pretty sure baseball too, maybe
the
softball.
Trojans been waiting.
But he came in
kid you,
this weekend
he's over
and
there
did
tired, he's a little
a
fatigued.
video with
But
us.
listen.
So listen to our Parkland predictions. So, he came in doing a video with us. Me and Juliana both predicted that Parkland would win.
Of course.
Obviously. Yeah. And here's the video.
Finally, the Trojans been waiting. I pity him. He's over there tired. He's a little fatigued. But listen.
Never. The Trojans are never fatigued.
The Trojan will be riding high on Friday night. It's a big one right out here at Parkland School District Stadium. I don't think you have a name for it. Is that Parkland School District Stadium? It's Warfield Middle School.
It's Orfield Stadium.
You got to come up with a name. Call it the Trojan Stadium.
Yeah.
Get a name for something. What the heck? All right, we got Emmaus. And this is a rematch, by the way, of the District 11 6A title game. Last year, unbelievable turnaround. Week 10, already Emmaus.
Sorry.
What was it, 27-0? Something crazy like that?
Yeah, I know.
Emmaus took it to them. 3 weeks later, they met again for the district final, and Parkland prevailed for another district championship. Emmaus has not had the season we thought they would have. Parkland's been great, as we expected they would be. Juliana, your thoughts?
I had to take Parkland on this one. I just think their defense has been so dominant, and their junior quarterback, Finn Cohen, I think because he started this year, I think he's been so calm, cool, and collective that, I mean, once your quarterback is calm, your whole team's calm. And I think he's done a great job on really guiding this team. So I had to take Parkland on this.
Tegan?
I mean, this isn't a question. We're not Parkland. I'm wearing a Parkland football shirt. We had to go with Parkland. Never could go with Emmaus. Cedar Crest bleeds red. But obviously, Parkland, she mentioned Finn Cohen, who's doing an amazing job as the quarterback this year. I think he's done a very good job of running the offense, but also we have to mention TJ Lawrence, who has multiple Division I offers. Another weapon that I feel like is very underrated is Nas Adams
yeah.
on the defensive side and offensive side. He just has so much speed, it's like a turbo. So I'm obviously taking Parkland.
You know, they have so many guys. We could spend another 10 minutes talking about each individual. I've really been impressed with, I believe your brother played with another Spang, Liam Spang.
Yeah.
I say bang and Spang. I mean, he's been fantastic both on offense and defense. Hard-hitting guy.
Repping number 22 well.
There you go.
Yeah.
He's representing your brother's old number. I can't go against Parkland. I mean, I think the Trojans have been a dominant team all year. They're number 3 in the state, and I don't know. Let's get this mascot in here. You can just block my shot here, buddy. It's great to see you. If we did, are you the number 3 mascot in the state? You think? Are you up that high? Number 1. Okay. It is so great to see you. Are you going to be waving that sword on Friday night? All right. Hey, thank you so much for having us out here. You do a great job. You represent the school well. And anything else you want to say anything to this guy?
I mean, hopefully he brings energy. Orfield Stadium on Friday night. We'll be here commentating the game on Friday night, but go Trojans.
How can people watch the game real quick?
You can watch it on Parkland TV and film. There is a commentator's version, and there's also just a natural sound version. But join me and Juliana. Yes.
Well, you guys did a great job. I really appreciate you inviting me each and every year to come out here and do this with you. The Trojan, it's always great to see you, my friend. And I hope you stay in good shape, and I hope you're running around like a maniac on Friday night. And I hope it's a joyous night for everyone here. It's a great rivalry. And I know Emmaus has not had the best of teams, but this year, best of seasons. But they're going to come to fight. They're going to come to fight. You got to expect to be ready for a little rumble. They don't like to bow down to Parkland. It's going to be a great evening. Anything else we need to say?
Go Trojans. Yeah.
Get involved in our contest, mcall.com/it's on, and you can get involved in the contest. We have a Colonial League Game of the Week, EPC Game of the Week every week. Winner gets a Yakos coupon. And Trojan, you like Yakos? Are you in the Yakos? Yeah, I bet. Hey, thank you so much for inviting me. Great to be with you, and we'll see you next week with another prediction video. Goodbye, everybody.
All right, so I hope you enjoyed that prediction. Again, thank you, Mr. Goller, for joining me and Juliana. We have a very exciting game tonight. We have the rivalry. Get your swatters out, because tonight the Parkland Trojans are swatting those Hornets. Very excited to see one of this play out. We'll get to more, but we had to throw it to the Parkland Trojan marching band, and then we'll get to some football.
Right on.
Ladies and gentlemen, would everyone please rise? The playing of your Parkland High School alma mater, followed by your national anthem. give a warm welcome to the Green Hornets from Emmaus. Ladies and gentlemen, the Parkland football team extends its heartfelt thanks to our sponsors for their support and partnership with our football program.
Alright, so welcome back to Parkland TV and Film. If you did see the little bit of the Keith Grower video we showed in the beginning, you can watch that.
Yeah, you can watch it on the Parkland TV and Films YouTube account, the full version. We did about 10 games. We predicted about 10 games. And yeah, go check it out and see if our predictions were accurate.
24 minutes of us and Keith Grower yapping, so please enjoy. But besides this game, I'm very excited to see the result of the Northwestern Southern Lehigh game.
Yes,
that was the first game
for
we
sure.
predicted. But let's get into the game we have at our hands tonight. So like I said, tonight the Parkland Trojans, we're taking out our fly swatters. We're flying, or we're swatting Hornets away. Again, this is a great rivalry, the rivalry of Cedar Crest. Again, like I said in that video, Cedar Crest bleeds red. Yep. We have the whiteout tonight for the student section. It's senior night. All the excitement in this game. It's getting a little chilly, though.
Yeah.
It's getting a little chilly. Definitely feels like fall. This is the time of the year where I'm very happy. I'm in the studio, warm. Heard some of my friends in school today being like, I don't want to go to the football game. I'm so cold. I'm like,
I get to be here.
Anyways, so the main thing is Emmaus has been struggling a little bit this year. I think they're 4-5.
Yep, 4-5.
Don't have a winning record. And the Parkland Trojans are 9-0.
Undefeated.
9-0, the beautiful undefeated record. They just came off a game where they absolutely slaughtered Whitehall. Whitehall's that for last Thursday.
Yeah.
So a little bit of a long week for the Trojans. Got an extra day there. So a little bit of adjustment. But now they're here for this game. And honestly, despite how Emmaus has possibly struggled a little bit this year, Parkland Emmaus is always a great game. Emmaus is gritty. They're always going to keep it competitive. There's just a competitive edge when it comes to Parkland that they're going to bring their A game.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a very exciting game.
Yeah, I wanted to take a quick note. Emmaus is 1-3 for their away record this year. And I don't know how that will play against this game. But, I mean, that shows that they're not as consistent in their away games. And like she said, their record's 4-5, so not really a consistent season going on here. But, as she said, like, it's always a great matchup between Parkland and Emmaus. But the Emmaus beat Parkland last year in the EPC Championship 27-0, and just 3 weeks later, Parkland, they met again, and Parkland won in the district final 17-3. So this is gonna be a great game, I think.
Yeah, Parkland was very happy to take home that district championship, and this is the first time the Hornets and the Trojans are meeting since that. So
yeah, let's see what happens.
A little more to add to that, because I'm sure that definitely has not sit well with the Hornets there in Emmaus. And we will have kickoff. Emmaus will start with the ball, goes into the end zone for the Hornets. let's get to our quick keys of the game. Sorry, we were interrupted a little bit in pregame. We had to start the Keith Grower thing. And both bands went tonight because it is senior night. So the band will do their senior night at halftime, I believe.
Yes, a band goes at halftime. Mace is going to start with the ball.
I know it is senior night, but when you're talking about Parkland, you can't mention the two juniors who are very important to this team. Quarterback Finn Cohen, who's done a great job of controlling the offense, and TJ Lawrence. And Emmaus on the first play of the drive. Jared Cooper is going to get a good run to start off the night for the Hornets. Anyways, and TJ Lawrence is also a junior. He's been doing an amazing job. Multiple Division I offers.
Yeah.
He has 778 yards on the season and 19 touchdowns.
That is crazy for
That
a junior.
is.
I mean, he's having just an incredible season, and it's not over yet. Ball's on the 26.
Cooper in the backfield is going to hand it off.
Not much to go there.
Yes, nowhere to go. Again, another, I've been really impressed with the Parkland defense this year.
Yeah.
And especially their defensive line, how they have just been able to collapse on every running play pretty much that there's been on every opponent. And that's part of the reason why they're 9-0. So that'll bring up 3rd and 4 on the Trojans, or on the Hornets' first drive. Let's see if they can get a 3-and-out.
Talking about the Trojan defense, I mean, I think one player who's really stood out is Liam Spang. He has 57 tackles and 3 sacks this year, and I think he's just a really consistent player, and he's doing great with allowing those Trojans to be so good on defense.
And the Hornets will get a first down. So Hornets moving the chains, challenging this Parkland defense a little bit on the first drive. I believe that was so Cooper in the backfield. He is going to do a jet sweep, and not many yards there, but the Hornets ball carrier is going to take it to the outside, to the Parkland sideline, and he'll get about 2 or 3 yards on the play. Sorry, there's no gain on the play, so that'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the Emmaus offense. Cooper in the backfield. He is going to fake the throw. He's going to take it for himself, and he's going to lose yards on this play. Great job. I believe that was senior captain Matthew Dorsey on the sack. Dorsey looking the ball out on senior night.
It's lost 2 yards for the Hornets.
So that'll bring it 3rd and 12. Again, we'll see the replay. Parkland just collapsing on Jared Cooper. Cooper has nowhere to go.
Flag on the play.
So Cooper was able to draw them off sides. So Jared Cooper for the Emmaus Hornets, I believe he is a D1 commit to Stonehill College. So Parkland did get a offsides penalty on the last play, and it looks like now Emmaus will go offside. So canceling out each other. And the one thing that neither of these teams can do tonight if they want to win the ball game is having penalties, and both of them just got the same penalty on that play. So Cooper dropping back, looking for it. He's going to throw it deep, and it is caught, but I do not know if they will. They will call it a catch. That is an amazing catch by the Emmaus Hornet. That is I believe it is Mason Langing. You see Cooper dropping back. He connects with his receiver. Amazing play. One-handed catch there, right on the ground with two defenders there.
Yeah, two on them.
And yeah, that is the plays that the Parkland Trojans need to make on defense. So Cooper going to fake the jet sweep. He's going to take it to the right side. Not many yards there. He's going to be escorted out of bounds by a pack of Trojans.
Second and 10.
So Emmaus now operating on the 27-yard line.
Sorry, it's second and 12.
So Cooper lost 2 yards on that play. Cooper hands the ball off to the Emmaus back. He's going to take it to the outside, and he's going to break a tackle and be in the end zone. That is a touchdown for Emmaus. So the Hornets will get on the board first. And if you're the Hornets, that is exactly what you want to do.
To start the game, yeah.
Get on the board first. You see, he takes it to the outside, breaks a tackle there. TJ Lawrence not able to catch him there at the end. Like I was saying, if you're the Hornets, your goal on your first drive is to put some points on the board and kind of scare this Parkland Trojans defense.
Yeah, they set the tone there.
Definitely setting the tone. Now they got all the momentum. Parkland is going to have to respond here on offense now. As they're now down 6 points. I do not believe I think they missed the extra point. So at least that's positive for the Trojans. So
there you go.
they can still believe they score a touchdown. So the Hornets will now lead 6-0 with 6 minutes and 40 seconds remaining. Again, kind of a little bit of a sloppy drive on that
yeah, that was
first
unlike
drive.
the Parkland's defense there. Let's see how they can respond on offense. I mean, we've seen their offense this season with their key players. I mean, Nas Adams, Lawrence, Cohen. And let's see how they respond to this pressure.
Yeah, we saw both of the teams on the same penalty back-to-back on the play, both offsides canceling out each other. But then Cooper was able to connect with their receiver who made an amazing one-handed catch with two defenders on him. So Parkland definitely had to respond here. That is Naquan Thompson and Nas Adams deep to receive the kick for the Trojans. Let's see if Adams can get the ball rolling for the Trojans on senior night. It will go to Jackson Garullo. And Garullo's going to break a tackle, but not get many yards there. Now for the Trojans, one Hornet to keep your eye on and be a little concerned about is Robert Edwards for the Hornets. I believe he is number 50. He is committed to Richmond University, a D1 commit. And hopefully the Trojans are able to keep him off a little bit, but he could be in Finn Cohen's face all night tonight, and I hope that does not become a concern. So Jaron Sanchez and Lawrence will join Finn Cohen in the backfield. Cohen under center. He is going to pitch it out to Lawrence. Lawrence is going to take it to the outside. he is going to get escorted out of bounds by Hornets, but after a gain of maybe 2 yards. So Lawrence gained 3 on that play, so it'll be 2nd and 7.
On the 39-yard line.
Cohen in the shotgun now, mixing some things up in the backfield. He has Lawrence joined with him in the backfield. High snap. He's going to do another pitch outside to Lawrence. Lawrence, good run, but he's going to be shy of the first down marker. Hornets getting some momentum here. They look very excited to hit some Trojans tonight. So now 3rd and 2. Parkland needs to convert here. Got to put some points on the board now after a strong starting message by the Hornets. And
Timeout.
They will call a timeout.
Yeah, one thing I want to see Cohen throw the ball more. I've seen, as we've been commentating these games, I've seen a lot of handoffs and Cohen running himself. He's been very dominant on him taking the ball himself, but I want to see him throw more. I know he can throw well. I think he needs, and his coaches need to have the confidence to move up the field.
The one thing I had noticed with this Parkland offense is typically they're a really hard-nosed, run-the-ball type of offense. Chris Kinane, their offense coordinator, really loves to, just kind of do that old style of football, running the ball pretty much every down. But when you have a quality quarterback who can throw the ball, they don't have to have a cannon for an arm. They don't have to throw it 50 yards. They can just do small passes to, get the defense thinking about passing a little bit, spread the ball out a little bit, have them on their toes, not expecting a run every single play. You're definitely right on that one, Giuliano. But I'll be interested to see what the game plan for the Trojans is tonight. Cohen under center is going to hand it off to, I believe that was number 22, Liam Spang, and Spang will get the first down. As our buddy Keith Griller said, bang, it's Spang.
Yeah, Keith was really impressed with Spang's performance this season.
So the Trojans will move the chains, and they are on their own 48-yard line. Clock winding down quickly in this first quarter, 5 minutes remaining. There will be a penalty. It was prior to the play, and that will back the Trojans up 5 yards. So I believe it was offsides.
Yeah, and honestly, penalties can decide the outcome of this game, If there's too many on one team, that can push them back and create long down scenarios.
Sorry, it was false start. My mistake. And it will be 1st and 15 for the Trojans. They will motion number 7, Aiden Johnson. Cohen's going to drop back. He's going to fire, and it is incomplete. Attendant for senior J.J. Brader. So that will bring up 2nd and 15. I believe we saw number 7, Aiden Johnson, run across the field in motion. I believe he had a broken collarbone, so he is back now. Haven't seen him in a lot. He wears the same number as his brother who graduated in 2020, I believe, Nick Johnson. He played with my oldest brother, Ty.
Interesting.
So now Cohen, who also wears his brother's old number, but Cohen is going to hand it off to Lawrence on 2nd down, and that is going to bring up a 3rd down and long and put the Trojans in a for sure passing situation. It'll be 3rd and 13. We will see Finn Cohen's arm challenged on this play and his decision making. This is when the smart QB junior needs to make these decisions. Cohen drops back. He fires for Johnson, and it is incomplete.
I would say that was a pretty slow start for the Trojans offense there. I think the Emmaus offense really shocked them, to be honest, and they just didn't respond to it as they planned.
Yeah, I would say they were a little shocked in the beginning.
They're going for it.
Now they're punting.
Oh, my bad, my bad.
Now they're down 6 points now, and Emmaus can, if they respond with another touchdown, Parkland can find themselves in a two-score hole. So, but the Emmaus player is going to fumble the punt, but he did recover it, so no really advantage there for the Trojans, no gift. Would have been a great play, would have set them up, but despite that, the Emmaus offense will come out and start their operation on the 22-yard line. Again, we saw Cooper kind of pick apart the Trojan defense on that first drive. So we'll see what Emmaus' quarterback is able to do on this first drive.
Yeah, Trojans defense needs to hold them to a one-score game so they don't fall behind too much before the first quarter ends.
So Cooper in the backfield is going to motion a receiver. He's going to keep the ball. He's going to fire deep, and it is caught. That is a big play for the Emmaus Hornets. That was, I want to say, almost a 60-yard throw there. He was on the own 20.
Yeah. Now they're on the 32, I believe. Great throw, I mean. And two defenders were on him. Great catch, great throw.
Yes, amazing throw. That is why he's going Division I. Cooper this time is going to keep the ball, and Liam Spang is going to stop him in the backfield. Spang also a senior. So now that will give the Trojans a little bit of confidence.
Great sack there.
That was the loss of 5, so it'll be 2nd and 15. Three minutes remaining in this first quarter of the ball game. Emmaus on our 37-yard line. Cooper keeping the ball.
Taking himself.
And don't think he will be able to get it back to the original line of scrimmage. Cooper will get 2 yards on that play, so that will set up the Trojan offense, or sorry, the Emmaus offense for a 3rd and 13 on their own 35-yard line. Again, Emmaus up 6-0 here with 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter.
Those last couple plays, those are the Trojans defense we're used to seeing, I'd say.
Yes. Cooper is going to drop back. He is going to fire, and it is going to fall instantly into the end zone for an incomplete pass. So that will set up 4th down. And I mean, in this situation, I think it's not quite in the range where they're on a 4th and 13, so you can't really go for it, but necessarily they're not close enough really to kick a field goal here, so I'm really interested to see what they're doing. And the offense for the Emmaus Hornets is going to stay out, so
This is risky,
they have confidence in their offense.
Yeah.
They're looking to challenge the Trojans here tonight. And Cooper's going to drop back on 4th down. There is a penalty flag.
Oh, I think it's on the Hornets. I see the frustration.
Hornets.
It's on
This
Cooper.
is- So that was a false start on Emmaus, so that is going to drop them back 5 yards more, and we'll bring up a 4th and 18.
Be 4th and 15 for Emmaus.
They are going for it.
Yeah, they still have their offense on the field. Don't quite understand what they're doing here. So Cooper is going to drop back, and it looks like he's going to punt it.
Oh, high
Oh,
snap.
but the punt is behind Cooper, and he is going to be dropped in the backfield, so they don't even get the opportunity to punt it as Cooper muffed the snap, fumbled the snap, and now the Trojans with a little bit of momentum here.
Yeah, first down for the Trojans. That's great field position for them, considering their first drive didn't really get them where they wanted to, but here on the 35-yard line, they have good opportunity here.
Great play by Quan Thompson and Michael Carr, both juniors, to corral Cooper down on that play and set up the Trojans with great field position. Again, these are the mistakes that both teams can't be making. So Cohen in the backfield, Lawrence. Parkland on their own 35-yard line, now with a little momentum. Finn Cohen rolling out. He's going to throw it, and it is complete. That is Jaron Sanchez. Sanchez, also a junior. He will get the first down. So now the Parkland offense moving. The ball is on the 19-yard line. Parkland knocking on Emmaus' door. So I believe there was another timeout called here by one of the teams. And there's a minute and 30 seconds remaining in this first quarter. Juliana, if Parkland scores here, they can really get back. I don't want to say get back in this football game, but get back some of the momentum that may have stole for them on the first drive by putting the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, I think really this is just like a shock to them. I don't think they were nearly anticipating that first drive from the Hornets. But like you said, if they score here, I think that would be very good for them. To, one, be more confident, and two, take a lead in this game.
I mean, Parkland definitely can. I mentioned this in the beginning of the game, but you can never come out against Emmaus thinking you're going to win or having too much confidence, because this game is always close. It's a rivalry game. No matter how much talent each team has, it's always a close game. Because both teams, they really want it, and you can see that on the field right now. So the Parkland offense will come back out. Finn Cohen in the backfield with the Quan Thompson.
Yeah, I think this game is just going to be a matter of who plays cleaner, honestly.
Cohen fires, and
It's
it is intercepted by the Emmaus Hornets. And that is not what Parkland wanted on that drive, but there is a penalty flag at the end of the play. I would assume it would be excessive celebration or some flag of that type.
That is not what the Trojans wanted going into that drive, considering their field position.
Definitely momentum swing again in the direction of the Hornets. Again, Trojans not looking too sharp so far. I mean, I guess they just got to get through this first half, regroup in the locker room, if that's the conversation we're going to have already. But you're still only down 6 points.
Yeah.
This game isn't away from you. They're making some mistakes that are really costing them.
Yeah.
Costing them right now. I mean, they should have had 6 points on the board there, and they were unable to do it.
Yeah, when you get those chances, right? I mean, they were at the 30-yard line with that high snap from Cooper. I think they need to take those opportunities once they get them, considering they're down a touchdown. And this game will go either way.
So now Emmaus will start on their own 17-yard line. Cooper is going to fake the handoff. He's going to throw to the sideline. Nas Adams is going to bull rush the receiver out of bounds. Strong, or small but mighty, I say.
Yeah.
So that'll bring up a 2nd and 7. It's a good play by Adams to only let the receiver get 3 yards there.
Yeah, he's been such a key player for this Trojans offense and defense. He plays both, and I think you said during the interview with Griller, you think he's one of the most underrated players, but he's one of the most important to this Trojans team.
Yeah, definitely. He's going to be, as a senior, he's going to be a big loss for the Trojans next year. He makes
For
a lot of
sure.
plays on both sides of the field, and special teams.
Yeah.
So it looks like this will be the last play of the first quarter. Cooper is going to dump off a pass really quick and be shy of the first down, I believe. But will be a few yards. So that'll bring up 3rd and 1. And I believe that will just run out the clock in the first quarter, where the Hornets have the ball, and they lead 6-0. Emmaus came out strong with a touchdown on their first drive. Parkland unable to respond, and then we thought Parkland had some momentum with snap that went over Jared Cooper's head, and they had the ball on the 4-yard line. Defense looked stout. And then we saw the interception by Finn Cohen. And now the defense has to respond again.
Yeah.
Heading into the second quarter.
I mean, and if we're being realistic, those deep passes, there were 2 defenders on those Hornets players. It's not like they were wide open. It was good coverage. Those are just amazing passes and amazing catches made by the Emmaus's offense.
I think those are the plays that Coach Muntzman is definitely going to be looking into the film after that and saying that we had 2 defenders on this receiver. How did he get the ball? That should have been a pick.
Yeah.
Or at least incompletion.
Yeah, if I'm coach, I'm telling my team 0-0, start new, clean mindset, go out there and give it your all now.
Definitely, even in this rivalry game. So 3rd and 1, Emmaus travels to the other side of the field. Cooper on 3rd and 1 is going to hand the ball off, and it looks like he got the first down, but TJ Lawrence made a tackle and made it very close. So TJ Lawrence was able to make the stop there, and it's going to be 4th and 1 for the Hornets.
Punting team's going to come out. That was good defense by the Trojans there. I think the first 2 drives, I'm not honestly sure what was going on in their heads, but that was good defense. They held them, and they forced their punting unit to come out.
Yeah, great play there by Lawrence. Another thing I'll be interested to see here now that it looks like the Hornets are going to punt the ball back to the Trojan offense is how Finn Cohen responds. You know, he's a junior. He hasn't started a game against Emmaus, as Monty Guzman was the quarterback last year for the Trojans in the district championship. So it's a rivalry game. I believe this is one of his really first rivalry games he's had to face, especially against Emmaus.
Yeah.
So I'll be interested to see how he responds to, a little adversity. It's definitely challenging to a quarterback, but I think one of the most important things in sports is never getting too high and never getting too low.
Yeah, and I think it's important to credit him because he hasn't had many turnovers this season. Fumbles, interceptions. He hasn't had many, and there was one here. I think he is a great quarterback despite that, and obviously that doesn't define him, but yeah.
So now Nas Adams will be back to receive the punt from the Hornets. It is a high, short punt. We'll set up the Trojans with great field position again.
Let's see how they do this time around.
It's funny to see the Hornet on the sidelines for Emmaus. I wonder if, he'll go over to the Parkland sideline and have a conversation with the Trojan.
There you go.
maybe challenge him. All right, so Parkland will start on their 44-yard line. Again, Parkland needs to put points on the board. We said this last drive, but from the mistakes that they have made so far, they got to put some points on the board, get some momentum. Finn Cohen, he's going to pitch it to TJ Lawrence. Lawrence is going to take it to the outside, but he is going to be stood up by a pair of Hornets. And now it is 2nd and 10.
Yeah, that was Asher Doherty on the tackle there.
Or sorry, 2nd and 8. Cohen in the backfield with Lawrence. He's going to throw the screen pass to Adams. Just let Adams work. Adams is going to take it to the other side of the field. Risky play there, but Adams is going to get a good chunk of yardage here.
Yeah.
That was a really risky play. Finn Cohen looked at him like, what are you doing?
Yeah, he was not expecting that. He was just standing there.
Try to get out of his way.
But his speed, I mean, they couldn't catch him.
So that was a gain of 7 on that play, so great play by Adams. Now it will be Spang with the carry, and Spang will get the first down, move the change for the Trojans. I have loved this wishbone shot for the Trojans they've been sending here, setting up for a lot of confusion for the opposing defenses. They've been running this all year. So Cohen under center, pitching the ball outside to Lawrence. He's going to let Lawrence do his magic. Lawrence is going to get the first down. Oh, and he's going to be thrown down there.
Good run by Lawrence.
So it was good for a first down by Lawrence. A little bit of an interesting ending to that play, though.
Yeah, he tossed the ball up as he was getting thrown down.
So Cohen under center again. He is going to motion out of center. And now it'll just be Lawrence in the backfield with him. So Cohen's going to take it to his left, and then he'll pitch it to Lawrence, where Lawrence will get some yards on that play to push the Trojans even closer to the end zone. That was Robert Edwards on the stop, who we mentioned before. I really like how, the Trojans just seem to want to just set up for a lot of confusion for the Hornets. Not just the Hornets, they've been doing this all year. Having a lot of motion in the backfield, just to kind of confuse the opposing defense, keep them on their toes. I think that it really helps when you have when the run game is such a strong part of what you do, and it's a big portion of your plays and and how you get your yardage. I think having a lot of confusion really helps. But now Parkland's knocking on the door. It's 1st and 10. They're on the 19-yard line. I don't want to jinx anything, but they could punch the ball in here and put up a field goal, and all of a sudden they got a 1-point lead, and they're back in this ball game.
Yeah, and this is exactly, we said this was going to be a close game. This is exactly what we expected for this. We just have to see how both teams are playing. Like I said earlier, they just need to play clean. No penalties, and just get the ball in the end zone and play good defense, and yeah.
Football is definitely a momentum game, and we know the momentum in competitive games like this, the momentum's going to go back and forth every single game. Or the momentum's going to go back and forth a lot.
Yeah. 1st and 15, ball on the 24 for the Trojans offense.
Cohen joined in the backfield by Lawrence. Lawrence to his right. He's going to hand it off to Lawrence. Lawrence is looking for some holes in the backfield. He's going to break a tackle, and Lawrence is going to get the first down from an amazing run. I thought he was clear to the end zone.
Yeah, me too. Sorry.
getting excited there. Lawrence able to break some tackles, make an amazing run to the outside before he was pushed out of bounds. And now they have 5 yards to go into the end zone. So they're going to feed Lawrence again. This time he will get very close to the end zone, and there is a penalty flag on the play.
This is the 4th penalty flag this game.
So it looks like it was on the Hornets. So the Parkland Trojans are moving even closer to the end zone.
Ball's on the 1 yard line.
On the 1 yard line, can they punch it in?
Yes,
they can. I believe that is TJ Lawrence for his 20th touchdown of the season. Good milestone there for the junior. And touchdown Trojans. So that will tie the ball game up. We'll see if they can make the PAT good.
Yeah, that was a great drive from the Trojans offense there.
That's the resilience and the response you wanted to see from your offense if you're a Parkland fan, and if you're Coach Tim Muntzman, that's the response you wanted to see from your team. And the field goal is
good.
Good. So Parkland up 7-6 now. By the Trojans over the Hornets, and with 8 minutes and 45 seconds remaining until halftime.
Oh, Hornets down.
Oh, the Hornets a little bit upset on the sideline. Got swatted a little bit, not quite all the way down yet.
God.
Parkland's gonna keep on swatting. We see the student section dressed in all white. I did wear my white today, since last time I did it with Allie. She was very upset with me that I did not wear pink to match the student section.
Yeah, I was at that game. I was during the floor parade.
Yeah.
Trojans are going to kick it off to Emmaus.
Parkland doesn't get the ball at halftime, so even though we do have quite a chunk of the half till we reach where the team will get into the locker rooms, Parkland's got to keep that in mind. So the Emmaus player will take it out, and it will be about to the 25-yard line.
Santos on the return for the Hornets.
So I had a great guess. I said 25-yard line. It is on the 24-yard line, so I'm getting better at this. So Emmaus will start on the 24-yard line. Again, Cooper has been doing a great job tonight controlling the Emmaus offense.
Yeah, his deep throws have been very precise.
Cooper is going to drop back. He's going to fake the handoff, and he's going to... Or no, he didn't fake the handoff. I was faked out. I believe it. No, he did. He threw the ball there. It was just a short pass and didn't catch it all on camera. But I believe there will be a flag on the play. As you can see, the Hornets backing up a little bit. A little extra stuff after the play. So that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Parkland band getting hype right now, trying to bring some energy into the stadium, trying to get the Hornets off this field. Oh, and a big sack there for the Trojans. Marchich, the senior, getting a big sack on 2nd and 10. That's a hard hit on Cooper. Whoa, what an electrifying play there by the senior. He just swallowed up Cooper on that play. That was a big hit.
16.
So that was a loss of 6 yards. That's going to set the Trojans up nicely. Marchurch had an amazing tackle last game against Whitehall. I was watching that game. It also caused a fumble. Cooper didn't fumble on that play, but big hit. Okay, so Cooper's going to drop back again. He is going to fire, and it will sail into the sidelines. So after a big hit from the senior Dominic Marchich, they will have to punt the ball. Emmaus will have to punt the ball and send it back to the Parkland offense. And now, all of a sudden, the momentum with the Trojans.
It's kicking up.
Trojans leading 7-6, and they're gonna have good field position on this play because they're basically backed into their own end zone. So that is gonna be Lawrence who is gonna be receiving the punt. He is going to take it. That's gonna be around the 25-yard line, I believe.
That's exactly how the Trojans wanted us to come out there. This gets them pumped for their next offensive drive, and let's see what they can do.
Yep. Always, when your defense makes plays like that, it always brings a lot of energy to the whole entire team. So Cohen is going to fake the handoff. He's going to keep the ball. He's going to break through a hole in the line, and he's going to keep on going. He's going to be pushed out of bounds at about the 5-yard line.
Great run by Cohen. His run game has been very good this season, I have to say.
Cohen, very athletic. He's also on the basketball team. He takes it to the outside. Was able to find the holes in the defense. Great play there. So now it is 1st and 9. Going, handing it off to Thompson. Thompson was he able to get into the end zone? Not quite.
A bit short.
And now the Parkland offense is going to hurry up. It'll be another handoff to Thompson, but it looks like some confusion on the play. So Emmaus call timeout. So now Juliana, if Parkland, I mean, they're all in 1-yard line, I would hope they're able to punch the ball in this next play. And now they're going to have a one-score lead, which momentum now on Parkland's side. Heading into the locker room soon. 7 minutes remaining in this second quarter. Momentum on Parkland's side. Parkland's defense looking a lot better. We saw a 3-and-out on the last play. Not really giving the Emmaus Hornets much. You know, the old saying you hear a lot of people say, bend but don't break. I think that's what the Trojans did on that last drive.
Yeah, after that interception, I think that fired them up to get that back on defense and then get it on the offense too. So, yeah, we totally saw a shift in focus of the Trojans' offense and defense, and that's leading them right now on 1-yard line. Huge sack, though, by senior Dominic Marchich.
Yeah, that was an amazing play. Parkland seems to be wanting to throw off this offense a little, defense off a little bit as they're running out there. Cohen's just going to hand it off to Thompson. Thompson is going to lose some yardage on this play. He is really going to get hit by a wall of Hornets on that play. So that'll be a loss of 3 yards, bring up 3rd and 4. Juliana, I hope I was not jinxing ourselves when I said that they will not be able to punch it in. So again, 3rd and 4, Parkland. Looking to put some points on the board here. Be up by a score over the other school in Cedar Crest. And it will be another timeout.
Who called this timeout? Do we know?
I believe it was Parkland.
Yeah. I think they definitely need to score here. I mean, they were down for most of the first quarter, and I think if they can get this touchdown here, stop the Emmaus on defense. I mean, they get the ball at half, remember? So this gives them an opportunity.
So as we're out of time out here, Julian, we did the Keith Grower predictions. We mentioned the Northwestern game earlier, but what other games are you excited to see the outcome from?
I think I have to agree with you on that one. The Southern Lehigh and the Northwestern Lehigh. Those were both two undefeated teams, and Northwestern Lehigh they won states last year, and the previous year they were state runners-up. I mean, I believe we all went with Northwestern Lehigh winning that game.
Yeah, I believe we did. That's should be a very good game though. One game that we did disagree on that I'll kind of be eager to see
I remember this one.
that I'll be eager to see the result of is Whitehall, who Parkland just played last week, and
Central, right?
Central. I took Central, you took Whitehall.
I took Whitehall, yeah.
And Nazareth and Easton also tonight, which is a great rivalry.
Yes.
So Cohen's going to roll out to his right. He is going to fire to a wide open Jaron Sanchez for the touchdown for the Trojans. Junior to junior on that play.
That was a great rollout to the right by Cohen and right over the defender.
Again, they were 100% expecting the run on that play.
Yeah.
And Finn Cohen said, "Watch me."
Yeah.
So now Parkland will get a 1-score lead over the Hornets. Out for the PAT. There is a penalty. I believe they said it was on the Hornets. I feel like there's been a lot of penalties so far in this ball game.
Yeah, I think that was the 5th or 6th penalty in this first half. They're going to re-kick.
And the kick is good. The kicker is number 25, Andrea Gerudon, if I'm pronouncing that right. I believe I heard from one of my teachers, Miss Morgan, shout out Miss Morgan, a friend of the TV studio, that he is a foreign exchange student from France, also on the soccer team. Soccer beat Nazareth the other night, I believe.
Yeah, I believe
soccer?
it was 4-0.
Yeah, all Parkland sports doing pretty good right now. We got boys soccer and girls soccer still in it, and EPCs. In districts now.
Yeah, girls soccer won EPCs, and boys soccer, I believe, lost in the semis of EPCs.
So now they're on to districts, and we got Parkland field hockey also in districts right now. They won the other night.
Yeah, I went to the girls soccer game against Nazareth on Saturday. Great game. They won 3-0.
So both teams played Nazareth?
Oh, yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, girls was in the final, but I think boys was in. Oh no, boys played them the other day. District. Yeah, great games.
And we got winter sports coming up now.
Yeah.
Pretty soon, November 14th, first practice. Not counting down at all. And the kickoff for the Trojans won't go far for Emmaus. Maybe out to about the 30-yard line. But again, we have a penalty flag on the play.
That is the 6th penalty flag.
Good tackle there by Spang to corral the Emmaus kick returner down. So it looks like the penalty flag will be on the Hornets because they are backing up.
I want to say more than half of these penalties have been on Emmaus.
Yeah, Emmaus making a lot of mistakes. But the Trojans have also made mistakes, so kind of canceling each other out tonight.
Yeah.
Cooper's going to throw the ball to the outside. And is going to be incomplete, I believe. So Emmaus with what I thought they would have pretty good field position. They're starting on their own 13-yard line. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now, it is really hard to operate when you're basically backed into your own end zone.
Yeah, because then you have to worry about safeties too. So most teams run the ball when they're very close to the end zone. We saw him throw it, and it was incomplete. Let's see what they do on this play.
Expecting a run on this play. So Cooper motioning something to the wideouts. He snaps the ball. He's gonna he's gonna keep the ball.
He's swallowed up by the Trojans defense.
Again, very impressed with just Parkland's run defense has been just incredible this year. Not giving Cooper anything on that play. So that'll bring up 3rd and 15. So now, Cooper in the backfield. And another flag on the Emmaus as we saw Jaron Sanchez pointing to one of the Emmaus players.
How does this? Is that the 8th now? 8th flag?
I don't know, but it backs them up for a
Right
3rd
in
and
their
20
end zone.
on their own 3rd-yard line. Clock is winding down now. 4 minutes remaining.
3rd and 20 for the Hornets. This has been a pretty slow drive here for them.
Been a pretty slow game in general, I would say.
Yeah,
this
slow
first
start.
half.
Then it
So-
started to pick up a bit, and now it's kind of slowing down a little bit again. Oh, deep pass.
So Cooper looking for it all, but it will just go into the Parkland sideline. And that will now bring up 4th and 20, so really Emmaus has no other option but to punt here. But
yeah.
this will be an interesting play because the Emmaus punter is going to be in his end zone.
Yeah, and we saw a short punt earlier today, and they were not in their end zone.
So it's going to be a very difficult play to make by their punter, but despite anything, Parkland's going to get amazing field position.
Yeah, high and short punt again.
Very short. Parkland starting on their own 25-yard line on this drive. Joanna, Parkland has 3 minutes and 30 seconds to punch the ball into the end zone, and they get the ball at half too. So
yeah,
if they punch the ball in now, able to put up 7 more points on the board. Coming out of the locker room, they're up 2 scores.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what you wanted from if you are for Parkland. I mean, we didn't like the start to this game for the Trojans defense, nor offense. Offense also moved pretty slow. But then, like I said, after that one mistake, that kind of fired them up to score and to stop them on defense. And like you said, if they can score here and they get the ball after half,
so
this
we
is
got
set
a
up great.
T.J. Lawrence Wildcat. Lawrence taken to the left and to the outside. Getting 7 yards on that play, but not quite the first down. Lawrence gained 6 yards on that play.
On the 19-yard line.
Lawrence in the backfield with Cohen. Cohen faking the handoff, throwing. It is incomplete.
That looks like it got tipped off from the Emmaus defender.
Yeah. Could have been a, crazy interception there if the Emmaus player made a good play there. But despite everything, that was just tipped in the air by J.J. Brader. Cohen was not able to connect on that play. So now that will bring up 3rd and 4. Cohen and Lawrence in the backfield. Lawrence getting another handoff. He'll drive his way through to get the first down and move the chains. Now, as I hear the band playing Thriller, it's reminding me that Halloween's coming up next Friday.
Yeah, next Friday.
Juliana, do we have a Halloween costume?
Yes, I do. I'm being Lilo and Stitch with my best friend.
Interesting.
I'm Stitch, of course. I'm wearing a onesie.
So Cohen pitching it to the outside to Lawrence.
Take
and
a
Lawrence,
speed to the end zone.
Lawrence wide into the end zone for his second touchdown of the night and giving Parkland a 2-score lead now. Again, Parkland offense and defense responding great after a little bit of a rough start in the beginning of this beginning of the game, but the second quarter has been pretty clean.
Yeah. You keep seeing those pitch outs to Lawrence from Cohen, and I don't know, Emmaus isn't picking up on them and can't stop them, quite frankly.
I mean, I think this is unpopular opinion, but I really like the pitches out to the outside instead of just keeping on running it through the through the defense and offensive, the line of scrimmage. I think it's a lot easier, makes the job kind of easier on the defense and offensive line. Well, the offensive lineman, I should say. And field goal is good. So the score is 21-6. The Trojans leading the other school on Cedar Crest. And now a little bit more of a comfortable lead here.
Yeah, especially going into half. They get the ball at halftime. After halftime, sorry.
3 minutes remaining till both teams will head back into the locker room. Who knows? Parkland's defense has, I think in the last, 2 drives, made 3 now, so maybe we can even get some more points on the board. But by the time we head back to halftime.
Going back to your question, Tegan, are you being anything for Halloween?
I don't know what I'm doing for Halloween. I might go to my friend's Halloween party, but I do not have a costume planned yet.
All right. It's okay.
So the kick will go out into the sideline, and that'll be a penalty for that. If we are here next Friday for a Parkland game, which I think is a possibility for EPCs, I really hope that, I think it was 2 years ago, my freshman year, Mr. Gus' son had me try sour candy. Also, Kayla Haley, who was doing the game with me at the time, she's now at Temple, he had me try sour candy, and one of the things that I do not do well with is sour things, and my face was very bad, and they replayed it about a couple times. So,
what's your favorite Halloween candy?
I would say Reese's.
You can't go wrong with those.
I'm a chocolate fiend.
I love Reese's.
All right, so Cooper he's gonna hand the ball off, and it's gonna go to the outside for a couple yards for the Hornets.
2 minutes running on the clock.
So Emmaus starting with the ball. They'll have the ball. They're on the 35-yard line. So that was gain of 5 on that last play. Cooper barking out some orders to his offensive line. He's going to hand off the ball again, and that looks like it'll be good for an Emmaus first down there. That was TJ Lawrence on the stop defensively. So 1 minute and 30 seconds left until halftime. Cooper is going to roll out. He is going to not be able to do anything. Julian Diaz, you know, he could have body slammed him there, but he was nice. He
Totally
just let him go. So another great play by the Parkland defensive line. 2nd and 22. So loss of 12 yards on that play.
1 minute running on the clock.
Cooper backing
Looking to
up. He
throw it.
fires deep. It is way
Overthrow.
over the heads of everyone, and it looks like there is going to be a penalty flag. I hope that is not pass interference. Defense pass interference. So I couldn't tell what the penalty was. Maybe they picked it up. Oh no, it was a penalty on the Trojans, and that'll be a 10-yard penalty. So now it is 2nd and 12 for the Hornets. Cooper
Looking to
dropping
throw.
back. He is going to be pressured again. He is going to have to scramble to the outside using his speed. But he will run out of bounds. Not able to get the first down, but quite close to it. So that'll bring up a 3rd down. "45 seconds remaining until halftime." Cooper barking down some orders. He is going to drop back on 3rd and 12. He is going to be... He was pressured a lot, but the ball is out, but it looks like he was down before the play. I mean, he was pressured immediately by the Parkland defensive line. The Emmaus offensive line is not able to protect their quarterback tonight. So they'll have to bring out the punting unit on the 4th down.
Great defense there. I mean, this is a totally different Trojans defense we are seeing from the 1st and 2nd drive of the game.
I would totally agree with that, Juliana, and that is why the Trojans are now up 2 scores. You know, offense is producing better, getting some consistency, and now the defense looking lights out.
Yeah.
And Emmaus, they're just making too many mistakes at the moment.
37 seconds left in the game, and Trojans will get the ball after halftime.
So Lawrence and Nas Adams are in the backfield, or in the back to receive the punt. It took a bounce, but Lawrence is gonna call it a fair catch. So Parkland will get the ball with 30 seconds left. I will assume they'll just kneel the ball out here or run running play. So Parkland just kneeling the ball out to head into the locker room, and it is now halftime. We will see the band perform and band senior night. Parkland leading 21-6 in our first half of play in Orfield Stadium on Parkland TV and Film. Again, Parkland, a little bit of a rocky start. We saw some back and forth. Emmaus scored in the first drive. Finn Cohen interception, a few momentum swings, and we're now at this point where we saw 2 TJ Lawrence touchdowns and a touchdown from Finn Cohen connecting to Jaron Sanchez, which is now what brings us here to Parkland having a 2-score lead. And if we see Parkland, come out in the locker room motivated, they have the momentum right now. I think the message will be we just got to keep it going in the second half, and they can get a 3-score lead if they stay on this.
Yeah, like I've said before, I thought it was a slow start for offense and defense for Trojans, but then they picked it up after that quick mistake, and I think they've been fired up since and haven't changed.
All right, so we will send it to the band that will perform at halftime, and band senior night. Again, it is senior night tonight. On the last regular season home game, it feels like it's gone by so fast.
So fast.
But it's getting chilly outside. But senior night, gonna give some extra love to the seniors on our broadcast tonight. I've been trying to mention them. It is very sad. So we'll send it to the band.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, the Parkland Trojan Marching Band is proud to recognize 39 senior members for the 2025-2026 school year. Most of these students have performed with the band for all 4 of their years in high school and have risen through the Parkland Band program since beginning an instrument in 4th grade. Please welcome each of our seniors as they are recognized tonight, along with their parents who have been instrumental in helping them achieve their goals at Parkland. Benjamin Alupis, escorted by his parents Mike and Marianne Alupis. Courtney Bittner, escorted by her parents, Sean and Bethany Bittner. Joseph Block, escorted by his parents, Christy and Andrew Block. Meadow Broccolente, escorted by her parents, Brooke and Miriam Broccolente. Julia Christ, escorted by her parents, Rick and Anne-Marie Christ. Santiago Collard, escorted by his parents, Gabriella and May Collard. Connor Daniels, escorted by his parents, Stacy and Matt Daniels. Ella Deal, escorted by her parents, Dave and Mimi Deal. Natalie DeMilfi, escorted by her mother, Betsy DeMilfi. Stephen DeSmet, escorted by his parents, Steve and Laura DeSmet. escorted by her parents, Nicole and Greg Duncan. Christina Fussenberg, escorted by her parents, Summer and Jeff Fussenberg. Haley Fry, escorted by her parents, Corinne and Troy Fry. Abigail Graves, escorted by her father, Dan Graves. Braden Grimm, escorted by his parents, Andrew and Stacy Grimm. Parker Janowski, escorted by his parents, Mike and Megan Janowski. Sydney Cleaver, escorted by her parents, Leslie Breitline and Kirk Cleaver. Anthony Nur, escorted by his parents, Josh and Angelina Nur. Haley Konetsky, escorted by her parents, Ryan and April Konetsky. Brianna Kravitz, escorted by her parents, Eric and Catherine Kravitz. Abigail Kravitz, escorted by her parents, Eric and Catherine Kravitz. Brianna Leeton, escorted by her parents, Stephen and Rosemary Leeton. Jody Liu, escorted by her father, Chandra Liu. Sam Colombo, escorted by his parents, Angelo and Lauren Colombo. Zach Piltz, escorted by his parents, Mike and Lori Piltz. CJ Ray, escorted by her parents, Adam Ray and Vicki Ferris Ray. Liam Reed, escorted by his parents, Sean and Suzanne Reed. Andrew Rivera, escorted by his parents, Mike and Tia Rivera. Tia Papagiorgio, escorted by her parents, Manny and Vula Papagiorgio. Samantha Roman, escorted by her parents, Dan and Karen Roman. Harry Shire, escorted by his parents, Valerie and Gail Shire. Daniel Schiffer, escorted by his parents, Michael and Lori Schiffer. Eden Sendef, escorted by her parents, David and Petra Sendef. Adeline Sistrom, escorted by her mother, Tara Sistrom. Cyan Smoyer, escorted by her parents, Allie Brown and Pete Smoyer. Alicia Stiver, escorted by her parents, Brian Stiver and Erica Barris. Zathana Suresh, escorted by her mother, Vanapriya Suresh. Taylor Tamando, escorted by her parents, Keith and Wendy Tamando. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, please recognize all of our seniors as we wish them the best of luck in their future endeavors. Congratulations. Immediately following tonight's game, the Parkland High School Marching Band will be presenting their entire 2025 field show, Gaga. This year's show has been enjoyed by spectators all over the valley and is very entertaining. Avoid the traffic rush and stay after the game to see their spectacular show. Thank you.
ready. Fight song up and ready. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much.
All right, welcome back to the second half of this Cedar Crest rivalry. Parkland Trojans right now leading 21-6. A little bit of a rocky start for the Trojans.
Yeah.
Emmaus, scoring on the first drive, on their first offensive drive in the first drive of the ball game. So they were up 6-0 pretty quickly. Parkland unable to respond, and eventually Finn Cohen throwing an interception. But now, after two TJ Lawrence touchdowns and Cohen connecting with Sanchez, they are now up 21-6 and have a 2-score lead. So now it's looking good for the Trojans.
Yeah, exactly. Just like you said, rocky start, but back at it.
So I'll be interested to see, this game really, realistically, if they keep on going on the track that they're going. Defense is absolutely, at the end of that half, they look stellar. Emmaus' quarterback, Jared Cooper, he had no breathing room. I mean, he basically got the ball, and Parkland's defense was already on them.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, great defense there at the end of the second quarter.
I think that if Parkland stays on this, they could, we could possibly see a mercy rule. And Mr. Greth, he made a promise to us that we get to bring the speaker in that's basically as tall as me into here, and we can do some sound effects with that.
Yeah, we are pro DJs in here, so.
So, we're holding on to that. But also, it's just lovely because if Parkland got a mercy rule, it would just be great. Everyone would be happy. We see all of the student section there dressed out in white. Juliana is not wearing white, but I am.
I'm wearing red, so, I'm still supporting.
You're supporting.
Still have 2 minutes till the game.
All right, Juliana, so what was your favorite part of the Heathrow interview on, I believe we filmed that on Tuesday?
Yeah, it was my first time interviewing him. I didn't really know what to expect. But obviously I think just predicting the Parkland Emmaus game. I mean,
that was very fun.
Yeah, we ended on a bang with that one. And and we had the Trojan here. Tegan's great friends with the Trojan. But yeah, I think that was my favorite part.
I just enjoyed Mr. Grower. He's so friendly. It's lovely to kind of just learn from him. I've said this multiple times, but he's kind of just a local legend.
Yeah.
And he's so immersed in the world of sports, high school sports.
Yeah.
He's so knowledgeable. I mean, I think you can mention literally anyone from any school, and I feel like he would know who you're talking about. His job is really difficult. He covers basically 3 different leagues: Colonial League, Schuylkill League, and then obviously we have the EBC, which is what Parkland is in. So there's just a lot to know. He does an amazing job at what he does. The one thing that I don't know what this has come out yet, I don't really know what this is being used for. I was kind of just asked after we did the interview. I did an interview with Mr. Groller after we did our prediction video.
Yeah.
And we kind of talked about, the world of journalism, how we got started. I thought it was kind of interesting because he got started right how kind of we started,
Yeah,
in
kinda
the
we
school
are now.
newspaper. I'm sure he would have been in the TV studio if that was a big thing when he was in high school, an Allen graduate.
Yeah.
So that was encouraging, and he's been in this field for so long. And the one other interesting thing I thought is he's just been able to see the really the world and like journalism just kind of change. It went to primarily like newspaper where everyone was reading the paper every morning, to where it's a 24-hour news cycle, and journalists nowadays are having to make articles constantly on new news. You're trying to be one of the first ones to get an article out, and everything's online now. We don't have newspapers as much. So those were my takeaways from that conversation with Mr. Grower. Again, very excited to see whose predictions went well.
Yeah.
I think we might have to check in on that Central Whitehall game.
Yeah, that was the only one.
I think
me
that
and
was the only one we
Tegan
disagreed on.
with. Yeah.
I think that was the only one we disagreed on. My dad disagreed with me too, if it makes you feel better. I went home, told him about it, and he said, Tegan, Whitehall is probably going to win that game. So.
Yeah, Mr. Groller went Whitehall too, so. I don't know, maybe we'll win, Tegan.
We'll see.
Kickoff here, Trojans starting with the ball.
Laquan Thompson taking the kickoff, and it was stopped, so it looks like they just whistled the play dead.
If you were coach of Parkland, what did you tell your boys at halftime?
I would just keep on pushing it, keep on, kind of just playing hard every single play. Obviously it's a rivalry game. They're really just pushing the pace here, I think, especially at the end of that second half. They were just really playing rough and really playing good football. Not allowing Emmaus to really do much on the offense side of the ball, and just shoving it down their throats on the offense side of the ball.
Yeah. Low snap.
Cohen doing a screen pass to Lawrence on the outside. Lawrence is going to be close to the first down. I believe he'll get the first down.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of those pitch-offs and lateral passes to Lawrence mainly. But, I mean, they seem to be working, so why not keep doing it?
Yep. So it is 2nd and 1. Lawrence is going to get the first down and more before he's escorted out of bounds. Again, the junior TJ Lawrence is putting on a showcase tonight. Already 2 touchdowns in the first half. Looking to keep the ball rolling in the second half. Van Cohen rolling out. He is going to fire, and it was intended for Blake Nassery, who we haven't called his name tonight.
Yeah, I was going
which
to say
is
the same
surprising.
thing. We haven't seen much of him. That looked like a drop pass, right? Or was it a
believe
missed
it
pass?
fell through the fingertips of Nassery, but again, we have not called. Nassery is an amazing athlete. He's also on the basketball team. Makes that program very successful, part of the success, and we haven't called his name a lot tonight.
I don't think at all, honestly.
If I'm Coach Muntzman, I'm telling Finn, we need to get Nassery involved a little bit.
Yeah.
Nassery and Cohen were connecting a lot the last game we did. Cohen dropping back far. He's going to try to gain some of the yards. He's going to throw a pass to
Down the
Lawrence.
sideline.
Lawrence is going to take it. He is going
His speed
to
is
the
taking it.
sideline. He's going to tightrope, And Lawrence is going to get into the end zone for his third touchdown of the night. But it looks like they're a little hesitant, and there'll be some laundry on the field, and they're going to call this back. But, I mean, a great play by Cohen and Lawrence.
That was great. I mean, you see him running out number 40 right there.
Yeah.
His speed is just no one can catch him.
I mean, and tight roping the sideline. That's some good football.
Flag was on the Trojans, so they, like Tegan said, they will call that back. And it started off. Finn Cohen was getting pressure a little bit, so he dumped it off to Lawrence, and he went down the sideline.
Yeah, that could be bad. He kind of looks like Patrick Mahomes dropping back really far.
Yeah.
So that'll drop the Trojans back 5 yards, and it'll be a 2nd and 15. Cohen is going to roll out. He is searching, and he's going to keep the ball himself. He is going to run to the Emmaus sideline. He will be well short of the first down marker.
That will bring up 3rd and 15.
Parkland has the ball on their 47-yard line. Again, they're really looking to put some points on this board to kind of, close this game up already with a 3-score lead. Johnson in motion. Cohen dropping back. He fires right away to Nas. Adams slipping through. Adams is going to get the first down. So a big play there from the Trojan senior Nas Adams. Adams has been spectacular all year, making plays like this, the speedster.
Yeah, his speed, incredible.
So Lawrence, another handoff, and he's going to take it to the outside. He is going to trip out of bounds.
Carry is good for a Trojan first down.
So now the Trojans will be set up for 1st down and 10 on their own 35-yard line.
Yeah, great start to the second half from the Trojans here. Handoff.
Again, they're going to feed Lawrence, and this time Lawrence is going to take it to the end zone. Parkland touchdown. I mean, really, that's his 4th touchdown of the night, but one of them was called back. So Lawrence's 3rd touchdown of the night to increase Parkland's lead to a 3-score lead. If the field goal is good, it will be 28-6. Parkland, I mean, with facing some adversity in the beginning of the first half.
Yeah.
They've responded to the Hornets in a really good way. And as you can see now, 3-score lead. A muffed. The snap was fumbled, so the Trojans were not able to attempt the PAT. So now the Trojans just leading 27-6. But so both teams failing to make a PAT, which makes the score 27-6. I mean, again, an amazing drive there by the Trojans. We saw them backed up in the 3rd and 15, and they gave the ball to their speedster and just let him do what he does.
Yeah.
Nas Adams took the open field, got the 1st down, and then the finisher, T.J. Lawrence, just powering his way through to the end zone.
Exactly. I think for the Trojans here, I think we need to bring out that same defense mentality that we had at the end of the 2nd quarter, because we saw Dominic Marchers had that huge sack, and Julian Diaz had that huge sack as well. I think just bring it all here, and I think this will be a good game.
I mean, we could potentially see the mercy rule, as I mentioned before. On a cold October night in Orfield Stadium. Getting close to November, where it's very chilly. Not really a fan of the cold, Julian. I'm gonna be honest. I'm happy I play inside sport.
I love fall.
we see Cooper on the return here, so the quarterback showing his
ball's out.
athleticism. And I think he did fumble the ball at the end, but it's
But it was
still going to be
recovered.
Emmaus' ball.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he was down before.
You always get a little excitement when you see them motion that they have the ball. You know, the other teams' players will do that.
Yeah.
Juliana, are you a Penn State fan?
Penn State?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, I root for them,
What
but
were your thoughts on the firing of Coach Franklin?
I think, wasn't there a lot of mixed opinions on it?
I think there was some mixed opinions. I saw a lot of, I won't say, like, I saw a lot of tweets from players, and they were very sad about it.
Yeah, because I
seems
think
like a very good dude.
Yeah, I think he changed, like, the lives of many players.
Yes. Well said. So, Emmaus will hand it off. Not many yards there for them. Yeah, but I think it was time. I mean, I'm writing an article for the school newspaper, The Trumpet, if you want to check it out when it comes to print, about the firing Coach Franklin. He was like 3-29 or 21, one of those numbers, in top, like AP top 10 games facing AP top 10
Yeah, they
opponents.
just couldn't beat.
When you're at Penn State, that just, you can't have that.
Yeah.
You know, there's a higher expectation. But he definitely did a lot for the program.
Yeah, for sure. Gave many opportunities.
So Cooper dropping back. He's firing. And is incomplete. That was Nastri on the coverage.
We've seen a lot of Cooper's arm tonight. And
I feel like they need to get him, you know, more involved in just letting Cooper run the ball.
yeah, honestly, Parkland's offense and Emmaus' offense is completely opposite. I mean, we're running the ball a lot, and I feel like they have thrown the ball a lot. And
Yeah.
his throws, the ones that have been completed, they have been such precise throws right into the hands of his receivers.
So that'll bring up a 3rd and 6.
Another throw.
Cooper dropping back. It will be complete. And the Emmaus receiver will get the first down. He's going to get more
Hard hit.
before he hits a wall. It's Blake Nastri.
That was a good run. He's fast. That was a good little dump off. Kind of did what Parkland's been doing.
Yeah, I turn on the turbos to take it to the outside and get a good amount of yards. Now, Emmaus will be on their own 40-yard line.
9 minutes and running in this third quarter.
Jared
Handoff.
Cooper, oh, what a
Reverse.
trick play. And the Emmaus receiver going to take it to the outside, get some good yardage on the trick play. Sharing a few words with Nas Adams on the sideline.
Yeah, that was reverse. Handed off, and then that running back handed off to number 11.
I believe that's called a reverse jet sweep. Ran beautifully by the Hornets, but didn't let them, Trojans didn't, you know, bend too much. Didn't let them get too many yards on that play. Only
Yeah.
4.
Wow, it seemed a lot more than that, but
So it'll be 2nd and 6 for the Emmaus Hornets.
they're on the 36-yard line. Hand off. They're going to gain a couple yards on that one.
There is a flag on the play. So this could be coming back as we've seen a lot of penalties tonight, Juliana.
Yeah, for sure. And, I mean, you never know. Those penalties can come back and haunt you at the end of the game. The outcome of the game, if you lose, those penalties, that's what happened.
I mean, right now for Emmaus, they're down 3 scores. I'm pretty sure they're thinking a lot about the penalties that they've committed
Yeah,
tonight.
that's definitely one of the biggest effects on this game is the penalties. And like I said in the first half, most of them have been on Emmaus, resulting in them to go back. 2nd and 12 now for the Hornets.
Parkland have the undefeated regular season is the question here.
I think it's very well possible.
10-0 sounds very nice.
Yeah.
Emmaus.
So, seems like Emmaus had a lot of confusion, so they're going to call a timeout. So, even win or lose this game, Parkland will head into EBCs, and then they will also, after EBCs, have districts hopefully. I'm very excited to see how the Easton Nazareth game went tonight. Easton, just scraping by, as, Mr. Groller mentioned the last 2 weeks, they just scraped by Freedom and Liberty by a field goal. So against Nazareth really being blown out by the Concrete Kids from Northampton last week. I'm going to be interested to see how that Nazareth and Easton game, turns out, because Easton, I think right now, in the district playoffs, probably Parkland's biggest competitor that they're gonna have to worry about. In my mind, I think it'll be them, and I think it'll be the Trojans and Easton in the district championship. It'll be a great ball game, but
yeah,
very excited to see how that one goes. So Cooper is going to drop back. He is going to step up in the pocket, and he is going to be sacked again. Again, this Trojans defensive line just not giving up at all, having a lot of sacks tonight.
Looks like he had a little bit of time waiting there, trying to find one of his open receivers or running backs, but it turns out none of them were open. He had to run it himself.
So Cooper, he's
if you see the far receiver slip there, so
yeah, we saw in that
he was
replay.
Open too.
It's a good play by the junior Michael Carr to get the shoestring tackle on Cooper and not let him escape. Now Cooper's going to drop back again. He is going to fire it deep, and can't see the result of that play, but I can hear some of the audience. I'm going to guess that there was a pass interference play that they're not happy about.
It looks like it was on the Trojans. Hornets are going to move up.
Parkland hasn't committed too many penalties tonight, but definitely a costly one there. They're looking to keep this lead. So Cooper's not in now. Maybe he had to go out for a play. He's the quarterback now. Sails it over the end zone. That is Peter Sherman. Number 17 for the Hornets.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of overthrown balls here for the Hornets, whether it was Sherman or Cooper there. I think that was like 3 in a row overthrown.
I think passing game not connecting too much, but also we did see an amazing catch in the first.
Yeah,
that was this time Cooper gonna keep the ball. Again, nowhere for him to go. He is going to be dropped down almost immediately. Maybe not a great read there by Cooper on that play, but all in all, great defense by the Trojans. And now bring up a 3rd and 12. Ball is on the 30-yard line. So Cooper is going to hand it off again. And there is nowhere to go for the Hornets. Rushed out of bounds by a pack of Trojans.
Great defense there.
So now that'll bring up 4th and 16. And it looks like the offense is staying on the field. So big play here for the Hornets. Hornets don't want this game to fall too far away from them. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of a risky call. Cooper's going to drop back. He is going to evade a tackler. He's going to throw it to the end zone. It is going to sail over the Emmaus receiver and will be incomplete for a turnover on downs for the Parkland Trojans. So they will get the ball after an amazing defensive stand by the Trojans.
Yeah, great defensive play there. I mean, Cooper is able to make it out of the pocket there and just overthrown it. Great coverage. I'm not quite sure who was on him there.
For all the pressure that's been on Jared Cooper tonight, he's doing a good job.
Yeah, you gotta give him credit. Yeah.
Emmaus offense just not really able to get much started tonight. Parkland, but you have to credit the Parkland defense.
Yeah. Let's see it from Parkland's offense here.
So Nas Adams in motion. Adams is going to take what he can get, which is not much in this play.
Second and 10, Trojans.
So Adams was not able to gain anything on that play, so that'll be a 2nd and 10 for the Trojans. Quan Thompson in the backfield with Finn Cohen. Cohen's going to hand it off to Thompson.
Quan Thomason.
Thompson's going to take it to the outside, and there's a player down.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to stick around after the game for the presentation of the Cedar Crest Cup trophy, along with the offensive and defensive players of the
There
game.
are, at the end of this game, there is a defense and offensive player of the game for each team. So, Juliana, so far, I mean, we still have a little bit of this ball game to go, but so far, who do you think is going to get it?
Honestly, for defense, I'm thinking either Julian Diaz or Dominic Marchich. I mean, I'm still stuck on those 2 big sacks.
Yeah.
An offensive, I mean,
I think you have to give it to TJ Lawrence.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
think
3
he's had the
touchdowns
most.
tonight.
I think he's had most of the carries tonight, and just has been very dominant on his runs.
I believe he's had 3 touchdowns, so very good showing so far here for the junior. On the Emmaus side, I mean, not too quite sure defensively, but you've got to go to their quarterback who's doing the best he can.
What do you think for defensive for Parkland?
I think that you could give it to Marchich with that big sack. Yeah, I would agree with you on that one.
All right, 3rd and 2.
Cohen motioning Spang into the backfield. He has
Hand it off to
Lawrence with him. He's handing
He's
off
going
Lawrence.
through.
Lawrence is going to do a hurdle. What a
hurdle.
play there by Lawrence, but they are calling a flag.
That's the first hurdle I've seen from him.
Amazing play by Lawrence. You see he's just going to quick hop over the defender.
Looks like it's going to be on the Trojans.
Not quite sure what the penalty was, but it is backing them up far.
Yeah, that's a costly one.
I mean, he just a little hop over him. That was very reminiscent of Saquon Barkley in my mind.
Yeah. He almost landed on his feet. I think the helmet of the defender caught his feet a little bit and made him trip.
So 3rd and 6 for the Trojans now backed up. They're on their 38-yard line. Cohen's going to drop back. He is going to be pressured and sacked feel like we haven't seen them giving up many sacks this year, but that one,
That was a big
Not
one.
too
But you're
pretty.
totally right. Yeah, I have not seen many sacks on him this year. Yeah, their offensive line for Parkland has been very strong and consistent, protecting their quarterback. Just that play seems to be a little mix-up.
so Parkland now will be forced to punt the ball.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that flag was that backed them up so far, but that definitely cost them because that was a great run by Lawrence there, but not sure.
I'm not quite sure, but I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, that you're technically not allowed to hurdle in high school,
Oh.
which I think that may be why the penalty was. I didn't want to say it because I'm not quite sure, but that could be a reason.
Because they did throw it right as he hurdled him.
Yeah,
I do remember that.
think that could be a reason. But I don't know. And if that is a rule, I think that's kind of dumb. But does the players play?
Yeah.
In my opinion, but
Whatever it was, it did cost them
It
because
did.
that was a good drive there up until the last play. Hornets will get the ball on the 48-yard line with Cooper as their quarterback. He's going to run it himself. He's got a hole.
Cooper is going to drive for some more yards there. He's just keep on walking with the offensive line pushing him.
Ball carrier.
I mean, he just kept on pushing through. Offensive line was assisting him.
32.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still on your question about offense. You have to give it to Cooper. I mean, we haven't seen much of other players. I mean, we've seen 22. Sorry, I don't know the name, and number 11. But those are the only three I think we've really only seen for this Hornets offense.
I mean, you're definitely right. He's been most of the production that we've seen from Emmaus on the offensive side of the ball. But now there is a penalty on the play.
Prior to the delay.
It was before the snap. Hornets are backing up, so I think it will be on Emmaus.
Once again, costly penalty for the Hornets there. 1st and 15. Winding down this third quarter, how would you say the Trojans, both sides of the field, have been performing?
I mean, I feel like defensively they slowed down a little bit compared to the big momentum they had at the end of the first half. But pretty solid on both sides of the ball. They still have a comfortable lead, so I'm not too concerned. So another handoff on 1st and 15 for the Emmaus Hornets.
Jean Baptiste on the stop for the Trojans.
So now that'll bring up a 2nd and 4 for the Green Hornets.
Handoff to 22. Goodness, push his way through.
22 has been getting a lot of carries tonight.
He has.
Ball carrier Baptiste again on the stop.
But that will be good for the Emmaus first down. So Emmaus putting together a long drive here right now.
Yeah, they're slowly inching their way towards the end zone, and they're taking up all the time and downs that they need. They're not rushing any of the throws. I mean, we've seen that they have overthrown so many balls, but honestly, I think this drive has been one of their best. Although of the penalty, they've been taking their time on the drive, communicating, handing it off, and not making any silly plays or reading the defensive wrong, I'd have to say.
Cooper dropping back, trying to get something out of nothing, but he's just gonna scramble around the backfield and end up, into the sideline.
Slow to get up.
So now that will bring up 2nd and 4.
Second and 4 Emmaus at the Trojan 14.
Ball's on the 14-yard line. 2 minutes to go in this third quarter.
And another penalty. Just a lot of penalties tonight.
Yeah. I remember there was one other game that we commentated that there was a lot of penalties. I can't remember which one, but this has definitely, I think, been the most.
Definitely competing with it.
Yeah, I forget which one it was.
Was it Northampton?
Maybe.
Can't think of it either. Alright, so that will bring up a 1st and 9 for the Hornets, and 1st and goal. And that is they're knocking on the Trojans' door very close to the end zone. 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter.
Second and goal Emmaus.
So 2nd and 3.
Yeah, I think the Hornets need to incorporate more players. I mean, we've only really seen from 3 of them, and we haven't really gotten to see a glimpse of what the other players can offer.
Yeah, right now they are down 3 scores, so I'm not quite sure why they are, having a little more hustle right now, but not able to score on this play so that'll bring up 3rd down. Like I was saying, they're down 3 scores, but they're running the ball a lot, and that's really, drowning out this clock. They don't have much time to operate, A quarter it's doable, but it's going to be difficult.
Yeah, and it's also becoming predictable for the Trojans' defense.
It is.
Because, I mean, even us watching this, it's either going to 22 or 11 for the handoffs.
So this will most likely be the last play of the third quarter. 3rd and 2, 3rd and goal. Will the Trojans be able to let them knock into the end zone? And the answer is no. Emmaus will score. And the Hornets now cutting down the deficit, 12-27 here at Orfield Stadium. See the Hornets just throwing a little bit of confetti back there in the stands.
Yeah, let's see if they can get this PAT. Last time we saw they missed it.
Gavin Yarpek on for the extra point.
Seems to be some confusion with the refs here.
Alright, so now the Hornets will attempt the PAT. And the field goal is good. Parkland will lead the Hornets, still a comfortable 14-point lead, but the score is 27-13.
Yeah, that drive definitely took up a lot of the time on the clock.
Took most of the first quarter.
Yeah, like I said before, I really thought the Hornets honestly did good on that drive. They took their time. We saw a lot of throwing plays where it was overthrown, but this they seemed to scan the field a bit more before deciding what to do.
I mean, this is still a ball game.
Of course.
We'll be heading into the third quarter, and Parkland only up 2 scores. I'll be interested to see how the offense, kind of responds. They need to, I think they should kind of do what the Hornets did in the last drive, kind of play keep away.
Yeah.
Drown the clock out, deep into the fourth quarter, end with a touchdown, and this ball game is pretty much wrapped up.
Here, the third quarter is running out. 24 seconds left. Trojans have the ball. They're up 27-13. We have seen some good football here tonight. I've got to say.
Yes, we have. It's always a very good game when Emmaus and Parkland match up. So Cohen in the backfield with Lawrence. He's going to motion Nas Adams in and out. Cohen's going to drop back. He's going to throw it right away to Lawrence. Lawrence not able to get much on that play.
Brian Brown on the stats for the Hornets. Second and 8.
And that play will be the last play in the third quarter, and that will send it into the final quarter of this ball game, where the Trojans lead 27-13. Parkland with the ball right now. It's been a good game, back and forth, momentum swings. Emmaus struggling a little bit, lots of penalties.
Yeah, ton. I think it's been a great game. That quarter went really slow. Did each team get the ball once?
I think so.
Yeah, I think. And it wasn't even. Trojans started with the ball, and then Emmaus had it from their touchdown on. So that took up a lot of the possession clock. But, we saw Emmaus' defense work up the field, threw a penalty, but was able to eventually get to the end zone. And I just don't think this Hornets defense can stop the run game for the Trojans.
Yeah, Trojans run game has been very strong tonight. TJ Lawrence with 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
So Lawrence joining Cohen in the backfield. Cohen's gonna motion Spang in the backfield with him. It'll be a handoff to TJ. TJ is going to get the first down and truck a guy for a few more yards. So it is now 1st and 10 for Emmaus on their own 41-yard line. Big Cohen's going to pitch it out to Lawrence. Lawrence looking for room, but there's not much there for him to run. That'll bring up a second down.
Joey Glover on the stop for the Hornets.
So now it is 2nd and 10. Lawrence not able to get any yards on the last play. Cohen, he is going to take the QB draw, and not much to draw up on that play. Cohen not able to get many yards on that play. So that'll bring up 3rd down.
Trojans on the 43-yard line. It's 2nd and 8. 10 minutes to go in this last quarter of this rivalry matchup.
Cohen, he drops back, looks for a pass, doesn't find anything. He's going to keep the ball. There is a flag. Cohen is going to get the first down, but I do think this is going to be called back.
So many penalties. Yep, definitely on the Trojans. Push them back. It always seems that whenever the offense has a good run or pass for both Emmaus and Parkland, it gets called back by flag.
Yes, lots of penalties tonight. Refs definitely making their presence known.
Yeah.
So Cohen is going to, he's going to fire. It is going to be caught by the senior J.J. Brader. Good for the Trojan first down. I mean, amazing play by Cohen there to step up into the pocket, evade some tacklers, and make the throw. Cohen handing it off to Naquan Thompson. Thompson going to get the first down aboard the speedster.
Yeah, the speed on this Trojans offense is just incredible. I mean, normally you have one standout player on offense, but no, Trojans has Adams, Lawrence, Thompson, all speed. Like, I don't know how this can be stopped. And I mean, it shows it in the record, but I mean, still just watching it live.
Lots of speed on this offense, lots of speed. So Cohen in the backfield with Thompson. And there will be a whistle before the play.
Timeout, it looks like, I believe. Yep.
So while we're sitting here, Juliana, you mentioned that you love fall earlier. What's your favorite fall activity?
Favorite fall activity? I don't know. I just love the weather. I love the changing leaves. I mean, can't go wrong with pumpkin patch, carving, painting, corn maze. I don't know. I think it's just everything about fall I love.
I used to go to a pumpkin patch a lot as a kid, but I honestly don't remember the last time I went.
I haven't been to one for a while. I'll be honest. I have not been to a pumpkin patch for a couple of years, but I think just like the idea of one, just
yeah, it's good vibes.
Yeah. No, but yeah, I have not been in one for a while. I love a good corn maze, though. I have to be so honest. I love corn mazes.
Now, one of the alley in the alley questions was, yes. What is your opinion on pumpkin spice? What is your opinion on pumpkin spice?
I like it. I think it depends what it's in. I mean, I love pumpkin roll. Gotta be honest.
do love pumpkin roll.
That's good. Anything pumpkin with like cream cheese, but I mean, I'm not against pumpkin spice. I like it.
All right. Now back to football. After the little fall talk.
Ooh, and I love apple cider. I have to be so honest.
I do have some of that at home right now. All right, so the Trojans will have 2nd and 10.
Kind of slow to get the next snap up.
Yeah, Trojans operating on their own 33-yard line.
2nd and 10. 7 minutes running on in this fourth quarter.
Cohen will hand it off into Nas Adams, who is in motion, and Adams is going to get the first down or more. So Parkland will keep the chains moving.
This has been a very slow second half, I have to say.
It definitely has.
Seems to be a little bit of confusion.
Parkland getting the offense situated. Cohen in the backfield with Thompson. Motioning Adams. Cohen is going to keep it himself.
Cohen on the keeper. Right down to number 87, Robert Edwards.
6.5 minutes running.
Cohen wasn't able to get many yards on that play, so that'll bring up a 2nd down and 6.
Trojans also seem to just be wasting time a bit to keep the lead. They don't want to risk anything.
I mean, at this point, I feel like that's a good strategy. Kind of just drowning out the clock. Not doing anything risky. Running the ball into the end zone. So hand out to Thompson. Thompson not able to get many yards there. Kind of taking a little nosedive. So that'll bring up a 3rd down. Third down and 6.
Five minutes running on the clock.
Sorry, they're down at 4. So Cohen in the backfield with Thompson. Cohen is going to throw it. He is going to connect with Blake Nassery. We said earlier we haven't been calling Nassery's name often, and you know, I think the 3rd time we do is for a touchdown. So
there we go.
The connection of Cohen to Nassery appearing again in this Emmaus game for the Trojans touchdown.
Yeah, definitely not a whole bunch of Blake Nassery tonight, but as we can see, he came in the important parts of the game. Put the Trojans up another touchdown, possibly to increase the lead 34-13, if not 33-13. And yeah, I think after that first drive of the first quarter, Trojans have been a totally, completely different team.
And PAT is good, so Trojans will increase their lead to a 3-score lead now, leading 24-13 over the Emmaus Greenhorns. Now, for me, I feel like I'm just thinking here now, this is very reminiscent of the Central game, where it was a little slow in the beginning. Parkland had a little bit of a rough start, and then they kind of pulled away later in the second half.
Yeah.
Just 5 minutes remaining in this final quarter of play.
Yeah, one thing I do want to say is for both teams, they definitely need to clean up their penalties moving into the playoffs, because this is a rivalry game, but as they go into, this playoff start, you're lowering down the best teams in the state, the district. You need to clean those up, or else those will completely cost you the game. And you can see that here for Emmaus. They have cost them this game. But that's my one take on this game.
So Parkland will kick off. And Cooper Bauer will stop the kick returner for Parkland.
Cooper Bauer on the stop.
4 minutes and 51 seconds remaining in this football game.
Parkland will start on their own, or sorry, Emmaus will start on their own 40-yard line. So Cooper handing the ball off, and that will get about 5 yards.
Julian Diaz on the stop for the Trojans.
That was Julian Diaz on the stop.
Yeah, well, it was nice during that Whitehall game. I mean, it was such a blowout. What was it? 56 to. Do you know the
6, I
exact
believe.
score?
And that is almost intercepted by the Trojans on that play.
Yeah, what was nice about that Whitehall game was you got some young players to come in.
Yeah.
And I forget, there was one other game that was home.
Was it Valley?
Yes, it was that game. They also got some young players to come in. It was just really neat to see. They already have a young team, but to see just the young players come in, I thought that was really neat.
So 3rd and 4 for the Hornets. Cooper is going to keep the ball himself, but Dominic Marchant and Liam Spang will drag Cooper down and not let him get any yards there. To bring up 4th down.
That's the 3rd sack of the game?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Actually lost yardage there, so 4th and 8, but the offense is staying on the field for the Hornets. Again, we've seen the Hornets go for it many times here on 4th down. Cooper is going to drop back. He's looking, he evades the tackler. He has all the time in the world. He throws it deep. And it is, I believe, is incomplete.
Turnover to the Trojans on the 42nd yard line.
So now the Trojans definitely in control of this ball game. I mean, 3 minutes and 40 seconds remaining will most likely just run the rest of this ball game out.
Yeah. Looks like Tegan, Mr. Groller, and I can go 1-0 for our Week 10 predictions.
What do you mean? I predicted Parkland too.
1-0.
Yeah, I predicted Parkland too.
I know, all of us can go.
Oh yeah, okay. I thought you meant I thought you were saying that to me. I'm like, why are you looking at me on this? Sorry, so Cohen's gonna hand the ball off to Zaquan Thompson again. So we did get one right, it looks like.
That's good to know. Three minutes and 15 seconds running in this ball game. Looks like Cohen will be. Sorry, that was a replay. Someone is slow to get up, not able to identify who. Looks like it will be an injury timeout. Looks like just a cramp going on. Here's a replay of Lawrence's touchdown that was called back.
Still an amazing run, though.
Of course. It's Nassim Adams' play. Beautiful run by him.
And this was one of Lawrence's touchdowns tonight. So, Julian, I was looking at the morning call scores and then it logged me out when I'm trying to log in.
Hope all players are healthy. We saw one was down. 3 minutes left in this football game.
So we do have one final. Do you remember what we predicted for East Stroudsburg North and East Stroudsburg South? Because East Stroudsburg South won 22-16.
I don't think we predicted that one.
I think we did. Maybe, I don't know. We predicted so many.
We predicted a lot of games. I do remember there was one game. It was Pocono Mountain West and Pocono Mountain East. I thought was going to be a good game. Both, I believe those two are rivals. I think we went with Pocono Mountain East.
What scores on the looks like we only have the final scores.
It'll be 3rd and 2nd on the 34-yard line for the Trojans.
2 minutes remaining in the ball game.
Definitely a very slow 4th quarter, to say the least.
So Cohen and the senior Caleb Corsa in the backfield.
Hand off to Corsa.
Corsa looks like he will get the first down on this play. So looking at this, one of the things I'm surprised about is it says Northampton is getting beat by Becca, 24-14.
Wow.
We did not predict that one. We'll see if Becca will be able to pull that one out.
Yeah, we took Northampton on that one.
Southern Lehigh is losing to Northern Lehigh, 36-28. So the Tigers lead that ball game. We both agreed on that one.
Yeah, one thing Keith Groller said I remember was, I'm not going to go against a team until I can see a team that can beat an undefeated team. He said that for both Northern Lehigh and Parkland, yep.
So, Juliana, I was desperately proven wrong in the Whitehall Central game. I look like an idiot right now. Whitehall is leading Central 42-14, so Whitehall, I will take that as a note to not go against you next time. I apologize about that.
Here's the end of your ball game. The Parkland Trojans are winning against the Emmaus Hornets 34-13. What a game.
And as we predicted, Parkland pulls out the W. Cedar Crest continues to bleed red for the Trojan win.
Go Trojans.
Big game here tonight. A little bit of a rocky start. Again, Emmaus scoring on their first drive of the night. Finn Cohen later throwing an interception, but Parkland able to, find a little revival. And they now scored by 3 touchdowns, 34-13 over the Hornets. The Hornets have a little bit of an off year, but the Trojans, powerful as ever.
Yeah,
beautiful 10-0 record on the season.
Yeah, I think that rocky start didn't get them down at all. I think that honestly only motivated them to come out stronger than they have and just give it their all. And you know what? We see in this final score, that's what happened.
So very proud of this team. Another thing I'm noticing tonight as I'm focusing on who the seniors are, who the juniors are, because it is senior night, Parkland has a bright future. A lot of juniors on this team.
Very, yeah.
Lawrence a junior, Finn Cohen a junior, Laquan Thompson a junior. A lot of weapons coming back.
Yeah.
Very much looking forward to, if we're here next week, that would be exciting. But
yeah.
Big win here by the Trojans tonight, 34-13. over the Emmaus Green Hornets, and Emmaus will fall to, I believe, 4 and 6.
6, yeah.
Parkland 10-0. Cedar Crest continuing to bleed red. Go Trojans! And thank you for joining us. I'm Tegan Trumba.
And I'm Juliana Gavarati.
Parkland TV and Film.
Have a great weekend.
Again, the offensive player of the game for Emmaus, Jay Santos.
All right, front line, start to move down. Wins. I want to pass a tuning note.
The defensive player of the game for Emmaus, Robert Edwards. For Parkland, the offensive player of the game, T.J. Lawrence.
Okay, and stop. Stop. Thank you.
And for Parkland, the defensive player of the game, Liam Spang. And with their victory tonight, 2 trophies to present to the Trojans. One, they're the winner of the Cedar Crest Cup. And the second trophy tonight, with tonight's win, the Trojans win the Eastern Pennsylvania Conference Lehigh Division Championship.